Hey, so for our chapter 11 assignment, we're talking about a strike that we think is interesting or important. And I mentioned this one in class, but the only one that I really remember was from when I was a lot younger. And it was the writers' strike that happened from 2007 to 2008. And basically, what happened was the writers in Hollywood didn't think they were making enough from DVD sales. So whenever it came time to renegotiate their contracts, they had a vote in the entire union, and they ended up voting to strike. Um, and there's about 12,000 writers in this union, this of Hollywood writers. I was surprised there were that many. And what ended up happening over the course of 4 months, this strike went on, and about 3,000 people picketed at these buildings where these shows were made. And while they were doing that, production was basically shut down for all scripted television shows. And I guess the reason I remember it so much was because the shows that stayed on the air without writers, I just remember it being really entertaining because they didn't know what cameras to look at and they didn't have any written dialogue, so they all just kind of had to wing it on these late night shows. And it was really entertaining. And it ended up getting resolved after 4 months. I think that it was beneficial. I think that it worked out for the union, but there were hundreds or thousands of people that were laid off because of it who work on these shows. There's so many of them. So a ton of people got laid off, and the union workers ended up getting a 3% to like a 3.5% increase in pay. I think that's right. So there was about a 92% vote to end the strike, and I guess that means that most people were happy with it. So I think that it was kind of a win-win because the writers got paid more and the networks kind of got some PR from it. I think that the drama kind of lends itself to ratings well. I think people kind of like that. So it kind of worked out for both of them, except for all of the people who got laid off. So for that reason, I do think it was an effective strike. Um, it was definitely successful in that the union agreed that the contracts they revised were good enough. So that's the writer's strike. Thanks.